Penwell established the Fire Engineering Courage and Valor Foundation in 2002 to honor the spirit of the heroic 343 FDNY firefighters that perished on 9/11. Preserving the memory of the firefighters who made the ultimate sacrifice on September 11th and honoring firefighters for years to come, Penwell has set up an independent, tax-free foundation with a goal of raising $1 million. Through generous donations, each year the income from the foundation is awarded to a firefighter or his or her family who has exhibited exemplary courage and valor in a rescue operation during the prior year. The first award was presented in 2002 to the widow and family of Deputy Chief Ray Downey, who lost his life while commanding rescue operations at the World Trade Center attack on 9/11. Deputy Chief Downey was Chief of Rescue Operations and a 39-year veteran of the Fire Department of New York. He was the most highly decorated firefighter in the history of the FDNY. In addition to his great courage as a firefighter, Deputy Chief Downey was nationally known for his pioneering efforts in the field of technical rescue and was the unofficial leader of FEMA's urban search and rescue teams, which he trained for disaster response throughout the United States and the world. Deputy Chief Downey commanded rescue operations at many difficult and complex disasters, including the Oklahoma City bombing, the 1993 World Trade Center bombing, and many natural disasters worldwide. For a lifetime of unparalleled service to firefighters and citizens alike, and in remembrance of the courage and valor exemplified throughout his life, the Courage and Valor Award, presented to one extraordinarily courageous American firefighter each year, now bears the Downey name.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome once again Chief Bobby Bolton for the presentation of the Ray Downey Courage and Valor Award.
You know, the recent government lockdowns, albeit generally with the very best of intentions, had some wide-ranging impacts, some of which will be felt for generations yet to come. Some will never be undone. The presentation of honors at funerals, an earned recognition of the utmost significance, was among those time-honored traditions that were banned, halted, and prohibited. And irrespective of what reasons caused this intrusion into our traditions, we know that honor delayed is honor nonetheless. And maybe greater honor is gained by refusing to not deny honor correctly earned, although delayed. As such, we now turn our attention to the presentation of the Ray Downey Courage and Valor Award, a presentation which honors a recipient who earned that recognition and reward. The award is for Deputy Chief Ray Downey, and normally his sons would be here along with the recipient or representative of his department or family. But this is not an ordinary year. Chief Downey, we hope, would agree with us that despite the fact the award was presented a year ago to help alleviate the financial stress on the family, the debt of honor was not fulfilled until this assembly had a chance, an opportunity, to hear Lieutenant Menard's story, to examine his courage and valor, and to reflect on his sacrifice and honor. Chief Downey would want the words about him to be brief, but his example is still the gold standard for all firefighters. His sons Chuck and Joe are the living embodiment of his character, integrity, and discipline. Today we honor Lieutenant Jason Menard, a gentleman whose dedication to duty in the most trying of circumstances rose to the ultimate level. Ladies and gentlemen, please now watch the video report of Lieutenant Jason Menard's final act of service.
On November 13, 2019, a resident reported a second-floor fire in a 3-story balloon-frame wood structure at 7 Stockholm Street, Worcester, Massachusetts. Lieutenant Jason Menard was working his regular shift as company officer on Ladder 5, the first truck on scene, and was assigned to search the second and third floors. After a negative primary search, Lieutenant Menard was assigned to clear out the exits on the second and third floor rear. Lieutenant Menard, his 2 crew members, and a safety captain and member of Engine 15 ascended the stairs at the Charlie Delta corner of the building. Menard and his crew, firefighter Christopher Pace and probationary firefighter Heath Tisdale, proceeded up to the third floor. They were met with increasing amounts of heat. The safety captain between the second and third floors felt the heat level increase and attempted to pull everyone out. With fire moving up the stairs behind them, the captain ordered the Engine 15 member and firefighter Tisdale down the stairs through the fire to escape. The captain retreated down the stairs as well. All three received first and second degree burns. To shelter themselves, Menard and Pace dove into a storage shed on the third floor, closing the door behind them. Lieutenant Menard broadcast a mayday. The heat was so intense that firefighter Pace, holding the door closed, received second-degree burns through his gloves. Lieutenant Menard decided they could wait no longer and opened the door. Menard pushed Pace out the third-floor porch window. Either Menard could not get himself out of the window, or he returned to find the probationary firefighter assigned to him. He made his way back into the storage shed, where he ultimately succumbed to his thermal injuries. Firefighter Pace, although seriously injured, survived this ordeal because of the actions Lieutenant Jason Menard took in those last few seconds. He put his crew first, pushing Pace out the window. There's a firefighter alive today because of the heads-up, selfless actions of Lieutenant Jason Menard. For this, he is the posthumous recipient of the 2021 Ray Downey Courage and Valor Award.
For his devotion to duty, courage, and valor, which exemplified the highest traditions of the Worcester, Massachusetts Fire Department, FDIC is honored to name Lieutenant Jason Menard as the 2020-2021 Ray Downey Courage and Valor recipient. I would now ask that you all join with me in a moment of silence and prayer to remember Lieutenant Jason Menard.
FDIC hot!
Hey, I gotta get this bus going. Get off, will you?